Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, and fellow 4-H members. My name is Lindsay Peltzer, and I am your MC for the 4-H portion of today. I'm a member of 3 clubs, the John Muir 4-H Light Horse Club, the John Muir 4-H Beef Club, and the Cow Country Judging Club. I'm 13 years old, and this is my 5th year in 4-H. I have many projects, including horse, steer, heifer, cow-calf, and judging. One interesting fact about me would be I love playing volleyball and play for our school and club team. I also love riding my horse Frosty. There's some big news in Alberta for the upcoming year. 4-H Alberta is celebrating 100 years. Man, are we old. There are many celebrations being hosted to honor this great program. We are hosting 4-H Cloverville in Lethbridge at the exhibition grounds on January 7th. This day will showcase 4-H clubs from the South Region with display booths showing what the members have been up to for the last 100 years. The Western Regional Leaders Forum and Senior Members Conference is being held in Edmonton in March. This is the first time since the conference started in 1966 that it will be held in Canada. There will be hundreds of leaders and members there from Alberta as well as Western United States, taking part in sessions and celebrating our 100-year birthday. One more big 4-H centennial celebration is 4-H Fever. It is our big provincial birthday party and is being hosted in Olds, Alberta, the birthplace of 4-H. There will be livestock classes, life skill projects, and tons of 4-H fun. The 4-H program is 100 years old and still ticking. I would now like to introduce you to our first 4-H speaker for the day, Evie Neubauer. Evie is 11 years old and is a member of the Saddles and Spurs 4-H Light Horse Club from the Cypress County. She's been a member for 3 years and has a horse project. Evie is a 5th-generation farmer on their 106-year-old family farm. Evie Neubauer, Farm Safety 101, Farm Safety 101, Evie Neubauer.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I wasn't born on a farm, but I got there just as fast as I could. From the time I was only 2 days old, I have called our farm home. Ours is a mixed farming operation. We grow grains, oilseeds, and pulses, and raise beef cattle. We work together on our farm. We are a team, and working safely is our top priority. In late November of 2015, there were some pretty heated discussions in our house about something our government was working on. My parents called it Bill 6. The government called it the Enhanced Protection for Farm and Ranch Workers Act. I called it confusing. When I looked on the internet, I found farmers carrying signs saying no to Bill 6. I found ranchers standing outside the legislature in Edmonton chanting, "Kill Bill 6!" I even found out that turkeys had an opinion on Bill 6. All of the interest in Bill 6 got me thinking about farm safety. I came to the conclusion that a combination of education, good role models, and common sense keeps me safe on our farm each and every day. Next, I would like to talk about horses. I know that my horse is a big, beautiful creature, and as much as I love and trust her, I also know that she is a flight animal. When she feels threatened, she will react using her survival instincts. Her brain tells her to get away from danger fast. It is important that I understand how my horse's vision works. This drawing of my horse will help explain what I've learned. Because of where my horse's eyes are placed, she sees differently than we do. She has blind spots. These blind spots are directly in front of her and directly behind her. From my horse's blind spot, she cannot tell the difference between me or a hungry cougar. Her brain is hardwired to kick out at something that suddenly invades her blind spot. To be safe while handling my horse on the ground, I walk up towards her shoulder and speak to her as I come into her space. The last thing I want to do is sneak up on her. When I have to go behind my horse, I run my hand over her loin and rump and walk closely behind her back legs. She does not react with fear because she knows that it is just me moving in and out of her blind spot. Horses use both monocular vision, in which both eyes are used separately, and binocular vision, which refers to the horse's ability to use information from both eyes at once. For my own safety, I always wear a helmet while riding my horse. It seems as though eventually at one time or another, we all get launched. And what goes up must come down. When a rider falls off her horse, she most often leads with her head. Wearing a riding helmet became mandatory for all 4-H equestrian clubs in 2011. Today, many people find excuses not to wear a helmet. These reasons include, it's not cool, it's uncomfortable, it's too hot, or my favorite, I'll get helmet hair. When my mom learned how to ride a horse, wearing a helmet wasn't mandatory. Mind you, way back then, seatbelts weren't required either. So what changed? Why do we wear helmets now? Well, we have learned a lot about how ringing your bell can have devastating consequences. The word concussion is talked about quite a bit these days. But what exactly is a concussion? The Smithsonian defines a concussion as a type of traumatic brain injury caused by a bump, blow, or jolt to the head that makes your brain move quickly back and forth. This egg demonstration shows that hitting your head can cause your brain to smash into the sides of your skull. Sometimes your brain can even twist in your head. I guess that's where the 80s slang "you're twisted" came from. Oh yeah, in the 80s they didn't wear helmets either. This makes sense to me now. Seriously, there is nothing funny about a head injury. Even one concussion can literally scramble your brain. The inside of a riding helmet is lined with special crushable foam. When the outside of the helmet hits a hard surface, the foam part that is inside crushes. This controls your head stopping time, and about 6/1000th of a second is all that you need to reduce the impact to your brain. If your helmet ever experiences a hard hit, it must be disposed of, because the crushable foam will no longer do its job. Please wear a helmet while riding your horse. After all, you've only got one brain. Next, I'd like to talk about grain safety. How many times have you gone to the beach and had someone bury you in sand? It's a funny feeling to have that heavy, damp sand cover your body. I think sometimes kids play in grain to get that same feeling. Well, life's not a beach on the farm. Just like being at the lake, you can literally drown in grain. The smaller or more slippery the grain is, the easier it is to become trapped. It only takes about 3 seconds to get trapped in flowing grain. Watch what happens to this girl. Once you're covered in grain, your lungs are crushed by the weight of grain against your body, and you cannot take a breath. And for an oilseed like canola, you can get sucked into it like quicksand, even when it's not flowing. On my farm, my parents keep me safe by giving me jobs that I am able to do. For example, at our brandings, I'm not the one moving the cows up the alley, nor am I the one vaccinating them in the squeeze. My parents look at my size, abilities, and interests when they give me jobs to do. During our brandings, it is my job to load the tagger and write down information about the cows and the calves. I do this job from a safe spot. I know that my job is very important. I know that I am helping my family, and I believe this is why I have never been hurt working at our branding. I once heard a saying that goes like this: an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. I think this means that farm safety education is the best way to prevent farm-related injuries. If we work and learn together, our farms can always be a safe place to grow. For more information about how you can make your farm safer, you may wish to look up some of these great resources that I used to make this presentation.
Thank you, Evie. Next, we'll have Marty Kitchen. Marty is 13 years old and is a member of the Stavely Parkland 4-H Beef Club. She's been a 4-H member for 2 years and has a bred heifer named Dallas. In Marty's spare time, she enjoys team roping with her grandpa. Marty Kitchen, 2 words, Marty Kitchen.
Did a recent event potentially change your livelihood? Ladies, gentlemen, farmers, ranchers, and fellow
fellow 4-H members. If you farm or ranch in Alberta, the answer could be yes. 2 words. Bill 6. I was one of many in my area who was surprised to have learned that the new Democratic Party won majority government in May of 2015. And after all, how bad could this be? Well, on November 17th, Premier Rachel Notley showed us. She introduced Bill 6, the Enhanced Protection for Farm and Ranch Workers Act. Alberta's farming and ranching community reacted with extreme frustration. On December 2nd, the First Amendment convoys of trucks, tractors, and other farm equipment arrived in Okotoks, where a public consultation was held. Many people stated that their concerns were not addressed. The only question that the ministers had a clear answer for was if this bill was going through before talks with those affected, and the response to that was yes. Regardless of the protests outside legislature doors and throughout the province, Bill 6 passed its third reading on December 10th. Although the government promises consultation with members of the agriculture community to amend regulations to this bill, many stakeholders remain skeptical. There are 2 key components to this bill that affect farm and ranch operations who employ paid workers. First, the bill forces the Workers' Compensation Board insurance on all paid farm and ranch workers. This form of insurance is a government-based entity which has a proven, flawed history. Why would a government force employers to WCB coverage instead of listening to farmers and ranchers and understanding that the insurance many already hold covers more and costs less? In my opinion, this component would be much better if it just required employers to show proof of coverage they hold for their employees, rather than forcing them to WCB. The second key component to this bill is the improvement of overall safety to the agriculture sector. Welcome, OH&S, Occupational Health and Safety. This legislation uses officers to enforce their regulations by using orders to employers. So now, the government is going to be in your business and telling you how to run it. You better put bars on your grinders and liners up your silos before they force you to do so. And good luck. If there is an injury at your farm and you're investigated by this body, you may just have to hand over the keys to the farm. On a good note, if you're currently seeking employment within the province of Alberta, OH&S may soon be hiring office workers and farm inspectors to send out penalty invoices. I am not a fan of our Premier and her ability to cause so much angst among such a thriving and caring sector in our great province. My hope is that she'll eventually listen to stakeholders and draft regulations where our way of life can still thrive post Bill 6. Thankfully, I can still do chores and participate in 4-H because the government says so on its website. Well, at least for now it does.
Thank you, Marty. Our final speaker for today is Frank Kurtis. Frank is 17 years old and is a member of the Cow Country Judging 4-H Club from Brooks. He has been a member for 9 years and is in the judging project. When Frank was 5, he was so shy that his parents didn't know if he would ever speak, let alone speak in front of all of you today. Frank Kurtis, it's just that simple. It's just that simple. Frank Kurtis.
The famous author Charles Dickens once said, "There's nothing in the world so irresistibly contagious as laughter and good humor." Madam Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen, and fellow 4-H members. There are multiple different ways that humor can make your life healthier, stress-free, and simply put you in a better mood. Laughing can relax your whole body, it can boost the immune system, it can release endorphins, and increase the function of blood vessels. Has also been shown to lower stress hormones, decrease pain, and prevent heart disease. All of these things are crucial to your health and well-being and can be done by doing something that most people do anyways, which is, of course, laughing. Your lifestyle might not be the only thing that gets changed from laughter. It has been proven that it also improves your overall mental health as well. It adds joy to not only you, but also the people surrounding you. eases anxiety and fear, and enhances resilience. Approximately 3.3 million American adults suffer from anxiety, and with just a little bit of laughter on a daily basis, has been proven to not only ease the anxiety and stress, but sometimes can eliminate it completely. Surprisingly enough, it can even extend your life expectancy, but scientists and researchers haven't figured out by how much just yet, but that will come. For all the people who care about your health and don't necessarily want to exercise, when we laugh, our muscles are getting a workout, making them stronger. Laughing may not seem that you can burn calories from it, but it turns out you can burn 50 calories from just 10 to 15 minutes of straight laughing. This means you can burn 1 pound of fat in 12 hours of laughing. But don't ditch the treadmill just yet. For a 150-pound person and 15 minutes of running, you can burn 74 calories, which means a treadmill is still a better option in the long run. William Ball Provine, in his research, conducts an experiment where he studied people laughing in a group and people who are not laughing in a group. And he found that you're 30 times more likely to laugh when you're in a group than when you're not. Also, laughing around people will help you connect and have a stronger bond with them, even if you're complete strangers. Some of the easiest ways to spread laughter can be by telling a joke, telling a funny story, or by doing something funny out in the world. Laughter is one of the cheapest things you'll ever be able to give someone, and is probably the easiest to do unless you're not a funny person. Here's an example of a quick joke. A Canadian psychologist is selling a video that teaches you how to test your dog's IQ. Here's how it works. If you spend $12.99 for the video, your dog is smarter than you. Some jokes are funnier than others, and some are just so stupid you can't help but laugh. Why do chicken coops only have 2 doors? Because if they had 4, they'd be called chicken sedans. Or me, Dad, make me a sandwich. Dad, poof, you're a sandwich. These types of jokes are often referred to as dad jokes. And usually the only people who actually find them funny are like the term implies, dads. Being able to spread laughter could do a lot for you and also the people surrounding you. Even though you might not think of what other people are thinking of or planning of, a little laughter can make someone's day a little better, and if not someone else's, it can make yours a lot better. Let's get away from the scientific aspect of this, and let's get a little more at the people who have created laughter what it is today and shaped it into such a powerful movement. The first one that comes to mind is the great Robin Williams, who sadly passed away a little more than 2 years ago. He has made people laugh all over the world through the jokes he's told and the movies he's been a part of. He started making people laugh in San Francisco and Los Angeles in the 1970s with his stand-up comedian act. Then in 1978, he started his walk to fame as Mork in Mork and Mindy, which started his career as an actor. He has been in 60 movies, with some of his most popular being Huck, Night at the Museum, Mrs. Doubtfire, and Aladdin, just to name a few. He will always be remembered as the funniest actor and an amazing stand-up comedian. Even the President of the United States, Barack Obama, once said about Robin Williams, Robin Williams was an airman, a doctor, a genie, a president, a professor, a bangarang Peter Pan, everything between. He was one of a kind. He arrived in our lives as an alien, but ended up touching every element of the human spirit. Another comedian by day, ventriloquist by night, is Jeff Dunham. He has been called America's favorite comedian and has produced and starred in 6 movies. He has a variety of characters which he makes come to life in the most hilarious of ways. Although he has a lot of controversy surrounding him because of what his characters say, he still remains one of the funniest and most entertaining comedians I have seen. These are a few of his characters. As a Christmas present, my sister found tickets so that my whole family could see him live in the Canalta Center in Medicine Hat. There have been a lot more comedians out there, and since I can't just stand up here and talk about them all the whole time, here are just a few more of my personal favorites. There have been people over time that have made us cry, made us laugh till we cry, and for everyone, those might be a little different. Even through all this happiness, being a comedian is really not what you think of it to be. It's really one of the jobs with the highest depression rates. Over the years, there have been 16 comedians who sadly ended their life using suicide. Even though this has been hard to prove since it's such a controversial topic, many psychologists have still said that it's one of the highest depression rates over the world, jobs in the world. Now, since that was a little sad, here's a quick video.
You're saying you guys just went on your first ski trip.
Yes, Jose and Ahmed saw snow for the first time ever.
How was the skiing?
Great. I had to snowboard.
Stick. So, Jose, did you dress warmly for the trip?
See,
What'd you wear?
a scarf. And one boot. I told him he should have just worn a garden hose.
It doesn't matter how you hear people or make yourself laugh, it's that you do it. It has been proven by experiments that it's not only extremely beneficial for your mental health, but also for your physical well-being. Telling a joke or a story or doing something funny out in the world, it's just that simple.